Bye. Okay, let's take a look at the lessons for today. And you can see my screen, which is the blackboard. And I just want you to double check for me about the mark of the midterm test here. Okay, can you do me a favor, clicking here and check your mark? Because I have already updated all of your mark because of the questions, multiple choice questions with the incorrect answer. Okay, so you can check your mark again and see if the mark has been updated. If you still have any questions with your marking, and you can come to me, okay, by WhatsApp, wherever. OK，咁如果你發現嗰個成績嗰度仲有一啲嘅問題可以同我傾嘅，咁上個禮拜我同同學仔講有關嗰個 multiple choice 嗰度有一條就出錯咗啦，個答案嗰度，咁就其實全部同學仔都加咗分嘅，咁你可以自己 check check，好冇？好，咁我哋咧呢度就繼續翻個 course material 3係啦。OK，咁就上堂我哋就講到大約呢一度啦。OK，係啦，應該我哋繼續講呢度開始。Okay, so here we continue with the video or the technology with the display. Okay, and it's quite important for us to know how the video or the display technology is changing over time. So as we all know that nowadays, most of us are using the LED screen because this one is pretty high resolution as far as the design or the technology is much better. Okay, and if you look at the notes there, it mentions something about the technology behind actually LCD screen simply LCD that with light emitting diodes LED as the core technology, and compare with the traditional CRT monitor. This one we are using the light emitting diode. Okay, if you look at this term and then you go to the internet and take a look at the device about the LCD, is just a tiny light source, something like this. And nowadays the LED is very advanced because it can generate quite a lot of color depending on the instruction or the signal that you give to the dial. Very typical dial structure is something like this. We have the anode and cathode, something like this. And as long as the dial is conducted with electricity, and then you generate the light source. Okay, and actually the light source will be further handled by the screen layer for the polarization. If you remember, I mentioned to you the polarization is quite important. That can let different light color, okay, I mean the color or the frequency to pass through so that we can see different color. Okay, so it's very interesting technology. Okay, so how can we make use of the LED? Because we make use of this light emitting diode, which is very small, and therefore we can make the screen further slimmer, okay, than traditional LCD fluorescent light. Okay, and then the entire LCD screen will be much lighter, okay, in weight, something like this. And again, the use of the LED in terms of the consumption of electricity is much more better. We can save more energy, something like this. So therefore, nowadays we stick to the LED screen, and the market actually is quite popular with this technology. So therefore, the cost of buying this screen is pretty low, and everyone can afford buying this screen as well. If you look at how this LED screen is being used around the world, one obvious example is the very big LED screen in Causeway Bay. And I don't think that is I mean, is a surprise to everyone, because this kind of the outdoor screen always appear around us. And as you all know that nowadays the screen has been developed such that it always generates some VR effects. Okay, and usually this kind of screen will be put around the corner of certain building. Maybe I can share with you some obvious examples nowadays in Japan. Okay, and let me see with this one. So I don't know whether you see this screen. Okay, maybe we can take a look at this one. Okay.
So there's a lot of different ways to learn data, but most of them.
That's a live look at Tokyo this morning. And speaking of, you may have heard of a cool new cat that is taking the city by storm. Lucy Kraft has the story.
The Godzilla of felines has been pussyfooting around Shinjuku, a bustling commercial district in the heart of Tokyo. Every few minutes, giant cat briefly pops into view, flicking his tail and gazing upon a growing band of admirers below. For them, the supersized pet is the cat's meow. With the pandemic, we don't have any way to chill out, said this hotel employee. We're dog people, but the cat is so adorable, it's soothing. Like most cats, this one operates on its own time with only short appearances throughout the day. This bank worker said, "That giant cat looks like it's ready to pounce. It's really powerful and cute. I loved it, but I would have liked just a few more seconds with the kitty." From its 1,600 square foot perch, the monster ball of fur has its own live stream feed and Twitter account with 17,000 followers. Ultra-high resolution curved video signage is rapidly generating copycats across Asia. Last year, the Starship Enterprise appeared to fly out of a wall and over the heads of shoppers in Chengdu, China. And in Taiwan, an LED cyclops menaced pedestrians. But here in Japan, it's the pause that refreshes. For CBS This Morning Saturday, Lucy Kraft, Tokyo.
So this is a very impressive example of the LED screen outdoor, and you may notice that because of the creativities and some of the designer think about using the LCD screen around the corner of the building, so that it can generate certain 3D effects. Okay, so that we don't need to put on any VR glasses, or we can just simply look at this kind of screen to simulate certain 3D effects. Okay, and it's really impressive. And I believe that we have so many such kind of display around the world, even in Hong Kong. I remember there is similar display in Mong Kok. And if you have time, you can go around and have a look at the outdoor screen around us, and it would be something very attractive. But nowadays, I want you to know something very new and is very mature, which is OLED. Okay, so this technology actually is very important. One of the important characteristic with the OLED is that it allowed the screen to be folded, or you can bend the screen just like the photo right here, because the technology behind this OLED display are maybe we can take a look at the full name first. Okay, organic light emitting diodes. Okay, it's also a kind of the LED, but the type is organic, and actually this kind of the OLED trying to control, okay, each pixel of the screen. So therefore, it allows you to throw the display or even ban this display like this. Okay, maybe we can take a look at this video first.
Sometimes I need to paraphrase.
It's easy to make your work clearer and more concise.
OLED, or OLED, is a television technology that's been used in the best-looking TVs we've seen to date. But how does the tech differ from regular TVs, and what do you need to know? OLED televisions produce their images via a different technological process to other kinds of TVs, and we at CNET have been very fond of the result, with the first OLED TV we reviewed producing the best picture quality we've ever seen. But to understand what makes OLED different, you first need to know how pictures are created in an LCD TV, which is the technology in common use today. At the back of LCD TVs there's a backlight, which shines light through liquid crystals, which act a bit like shutters, either allowing light through or not, depending on the current that's run through them. Red, green and blue colour filters put over the top make up an individual tiny on-screen pixel, capable of producing any colour, contributing to an overall visible picture on the screen. OLED uses that same colour combining principle, but the big difference is that there's no backlight. Instead, light is generated by organic compounds that glow when a current is applied. Some OLED designs, including one favoured by LG, use white OLEDs overlaid with red, green and blue filters, but the common trait is that OLED displays don't need a backlight. So why the better picture? Well, it's because each pixel can be shut off. When there's no current flowing, the pixel appears completely black. This extremely high contrast between light and dark makes for a lovely image, and we found beats the picture quality on sets that use backlights, even though TV makers have found clever ways to dim backlights in LCD TVs to make darker parts of the screen as black as possible. OLED screens can also be made very thin and have wide viewing angles, and the tech can also be put to use in bending or transparent displays. OLED is yet to go mainstream, however, and there aren't many TV makers using this technology. Plus, it remains very expensive. So OLED's commercial future is uncertain. But having been deeply impressed with TVs that use it, we certainly hope we see cheaper sets at a range of prices in years to come. That should be all you need to know for an introduction to OLED. But for much more on TVs and all things tech, stay tuned to CNET.
Okay, so there's some of the information that about the OLED. Okay, they call it OLED, or you can just say OLED TV, and actually, according to the technology from the Korea, and they also propose a very new technology we call the QLED. Okay, and we can, let me see if we can have some other examples right here. Okay, so OLED, okay, USQLED. Okay, let me see if we have something special. Okay, let's take a look at the. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Okay, so this one is pretty short. Okay, and let me see. Okay, so I think from the video, even though we cannot see the description, okay, but you may aware that two important differences between the OLED screen and the QLED is in terms of the contrast in the brightness, as well as the resolution behind the screen display, okay, and QLED actually have higher or fine details in the resolution, as well as much better contrast than OLED, even though in the previous video, OLED is much better than the typical LED or LCD display. So therefore, in the coming future, if you plan to buy any new smart TV at home, and you may consider this kind of new technology. And to be honest, we are very lucky because we have so many manufacturers that they aim to make use of latest technology in the screen display or in the product. So we just pay for certain amount, and then we can enjoy the AV effect with the latest technology, just like we buy the newest smartphone, and then we can have so many features in our phone, something like this. Okay, so that's something I just want you to know. And again, it's very popular that we have this technology available in the market, no matter a smart TV or even our smartphone, you know. Okay, so here is another example that you may aware nowadays, because so many people are using this flip phone. And I remember last time I showed you a video about the examples of the flip phone nowadays. So we have this kind of flip phone that you can have double screen size, or we have a small size of square phones that you can turn the square phones into a bigger size, like the rectangle, something like this. So again, this kind of flip phone is the proprietary technology by Samsung. So therefore, if you want to have a bigger screen, but you want to make your phone smaller, and then you can consider the flip phone technology. And again, this kind of screen is an obvious example of OLED, OLED. But when it comes to the QLED, and I believe it should be the smart TV at the moment. But for the coming future, is there any QLED display? And it really depends on the manufacturer, especially the Korean manufacturer, because they try to introduce new technology as fast as possible. You may ask the question, how come the Korean manufacturer is so aggressive in introducing new technology? Because of their business philosophy. And they think that if they can use the latest technology, no matter it is acceptable or even they are the first company to launch the technology, and they believe it can bring their company the best benefit. Okay, and it's what they call the sashimi business strategy. 咁你要留意咧，其實好多時咧，而家最新嗰啲科技咧，都係由韓國帶起嘅。咁其實點解啲韓國公司會咁積極去做呢一樣嘢咧？咁就要了解翻韓國公司咧，佢哋原來背後做生意嗰個理念。咁如果有機會咧，了解下 Samsung 啊，或者可能係 LG 佢哋個理念咧，原來啲韓國公司咧，佢哋中意咧就去用一個嘅做生意嘅技巧咧，叫做三文魚理論。咁三文魚理論個意思就係話佢哋一發現到有啲最新嘅科技，而佢哋又認為個科技咧係可以用喺某一啲嘅產品上面嘅時候咧，佢哋會第一時間去使用。咁佢哋唔怕呢個產品推出個市場之後係不被接受，反而佢哋覺得就話 盡快推出咗嘅時候咧，等個市場啲人認識咗之後咧，接受咗之後咧，可能咧會有一個好好嘅迴響啊。咁同埋咧，因為佢哋係第一個推出嘅時候咧，咁啲人咧就會好欣賞我哋公司咧呢種咁嘅你可以講話創意啦，同埋就話佢哋願意行出第一步嘅呢種咁嘅概念咯，三文魚理論，咁係非常之有趣。喺我公司咧，成日都會出現嘅呢種概念。咁當然啦，唔係話其他國家例如日本啊、英國、美國佢哋係唔做呢一樣，只不過咧可能咧佢哋咧就會再睇定啲或者做多啲測試咧，先至咧會推出相類似嘅技術。咁但係 OLED 喺熒光喺手機熒光幕裏邊嘅技術咧，就而家暫時都係喺 Samsung 上面咧就大力咁去推。咁坦白講啦，我唔知你身邊同學仔或者朋友有冇人用呢隻啦。咁因為我做緊嘢，我見到好多我身邊嘅同事在職人士，咁可能佢哋有錢啦，咁亦都可能因為年紀嘅問題，希望就個手機可以個屏幕再大啲啦。咁所以一吹出咗呢隻摺機嘅時候咧，咁其實我身邊有好多朋友佢哋都已經轉咗機嚇，即係佢哋用開 Android 嚇，咁就唔用 iPhone 嗰啲就繼續 iPhone 啦，係咪？Okay, so here's the comparison between the different type of display technology. For information, we have the traditional plasma TV. This one is the most traditional display, okay, before LCD, but plasma TV actually is much better than the traditional CRT monitor. I mean the big monitor, okay, and the LCD is you may say the successor, the second generation of thin display, and we have the LED nowadays very popular, but sooner or later I believe we will all switch to OLED. So therefore, if you plan for your new smart TV or a computer screen, and you may consider the OLED as well. And the statistic there is outdated because it's up to 2015, and now we are 2024, and therefore I think that the price dropped quite a lot for the OLED and LED as well. So here is some other comparison for information, and again, some people did the comparison between the traditional plasma TV and the latest LED TV. Is there anything that the plasma TV still good at? And maybe you can take a look at this table. At the end of certain comparison, some people realize that the plasma TV to a certain extent that it may be excellent in the picture quality, and there will be no motion blur, and the images per second that can be displayed by the plasma TV can be up to 600 compared to the 16 images per second. And then in terms of the bright color, and plasma TV seems to be able to show the deep blacks, okay, compared to the gray shapes, okay, for the LED TV. And again, over time, the plasma TV become very cheap, and this kind of technology is obsolete. And maybe you may be curious about how come plasma TV still have something good because of the differences in the technology. If you look at the screen on the right hand side, you can take a look at the layers there. Plasma TV has more layers to manage the display and colors, whereas the LCD or LED only have 4 layers to manage the display settings or the video. So therefore, there will be certain difference. But of course, LED is a new technology. New technology always perform better than the traditional one. So therefore, LED still have quite a lot of benefit. For example, you can display high resolution up to 4K, and the weight of the TV is very light, and you can easily put the screen on the wall, and slim, beautiful, etc., etc. And nowadays, some people may consider adding the wooden frame. I don't know whether you see this one, okay, wooden frame, okay, for Samsung's this one Spring TV. Okay, so nowadays we realize that Samsung introduced the wooden frame, okay, enclosing the entire TV so that the TV look like a frame photo, something like this. Okay, and I don't know whether so you can take a look at this one. Okay, and let me see if there's something. Okay.
極致手繪，眼神立體細緻 ，actively defined fresh latte。
So to be honest, making a wooden frame, okay, to enclose something or to embrace something is not that difficult at all. Even though you can contact a company that making the photo frame, and they may do a favor making a frame for your smart TV, but make sure that your smart TV is the newest one, is very slim, and the border is also very thin, so that when you put the frame on top of the TV, and it will look beautiful, you know. And let me see if okay, here is the step for making the frame, okay, for the TV. And you may notice that because our smart TV still have certain thickness, so therefore when you choose adding the frame to the smart TV, and the frame would be something like this, having this shape in order to enclose, okay, the entire TV. Okay, so maybe we can take a look.
With the right pieces, you can do whatever you want here. Honestly, this is where you can get creative and really make this frame your own and personalize it to your preferences. Another item that we need for our frame are some rubber straps. These are going to go on the back of the frame, and they are going to secure the frame to our TV so that no amount of rowdy roughhousing, jumping, banging, whatever happens, whatever my kids do.
So you can see here, this video try to tell you how to mount the TV on the wall so that it look like traditional photo, something like this, but it is actually a TV. Okay, and maybe we can take a look at this one. Okay, so here comes the frame that they did, okay, DIY, okay, in order to put it right in front of the TV.
Secure them and make sure that they are all connected. And we're going to be using those L brackets. Honestly, I don't know if that's what those are called, but that's what I'm going to call them because they're shaped like an L. And we need some screws. We're also going to use our nail gun and these brads and just make sure that we get this nice, tight, and secure. So now we're using some of the same trim piece. This is a 1/2-inch trim piece, and creating this little ledge, if you will, for our frame to sit on top of the corners of our frame TV. So this is
okay, so you can see here in the middle we have the smart TV, but the frame actually is used to enclose the smart TV so that it look like beautiful pictures. Okay, but in fact it's a TV. Okay.
This is the first way that we are kind of securing it to the TV. The second is going to actually take those black rubber straps and you're going to put those around the back of the TV. So no amount of jumping, shaking, anything is going to bring this frame off of the TV. Now we're moving on to the front of the frame and we're adding the decorative trim that we grabbed from Lowe's. Chad is just cutting those angles and he's going to secure these pieces with the wood glue and then using the brad nailer to fully or permanently secure those to the 1x4. You want to make sure you have some good wood filler to it. Let it be a little bit gritty and let.
Okay, so you can see here at the end of the making the basic shape, and then it's try to make the frame more elegant by putting the different wooden shape as well as the painting. Okay, the golden painting, so that the frame look very attractive. Okay, and even though you may not able to make this kind of frame, but you can see how you can DIY the similar frame like this. Okay, you don't need to make this kind of gorgeous design, but a very typical wooden frame would be sufficient for you to enclose the TV. Okay, so you can take a look. Okay.
Sensor for the TV, it turns on and off with the light, or the frame does. So we just needed to have a hole there, and that hole, believe it or not, does the trick. It completely fixed the issue, and now the remote works from anywhere, and the TV responds to light and darker day and night. The last finishing touch that we are adding to this space is this picture light. We have the same exact one in our living room. I think it comes in right around $35 to $40, and it is a really pretty color, not the exact same as what we have on the TV. And at first I was slightly nervous when we took it out of the box. However, it matches the hardware on our IKEA wardrobes perfectly. It's growing on me. I kind of like the difference in the golds. I think it stands out, it doesn't clash, and it looks so beautiful together. So this is our finished product. I hope that y'all enjoyed this video and that it inspired you to do a DIY project of your own. I want to end this video by sharing our all-in cost for this project and telling you if it was worth doing the DIY or just going ahead and buying new. So of course, some of the tools and even some of the smaller materials like the brad nails and those types of things we did already have. So keep that in mind. But the cost of all the wood, the spray paint, the E6000, the filigree, and those things all came in right around $150. Now this does not include our art light. If we did include that, we would be looking at a little closer to $200, but this video was about the DIY frame, so I wanted to share that cost with you. So of course, this was a huge savings, really didn't take that much time, and definitely it was worth it. If you do end up making.
Okay, so this the some of the trend that people integrate the smart TV into our flexible dynamic display. Okay, something like this. And okay, let's move on. And then so therefore the traditional plasma is unable to have this effect. Okay, and I think you can see this kind of design or decoration, I mean the photo frame concept when you visit the shopping mall in Hong Kong, and there are quite a lot of shops, okay, especially the Fortress or even Broadway. They have the window display, okay, showing how you put together the wooden frame and the smart TV together, okay, and it's quite beautiful. Okay, so here comes some the important concept that you need to learn about the calculations right here. Okay, so let's take a look at this example first. Okay, consider high quality, okay, color still image, okay, on a computer screen, okay, would acquire, okay, as much as megabytes, okay, or storage memory, okay, and but how we calculate the corresponding video size, because as we all know that displaying a video means showing many photos per second, and the size of the video would be the total memory size for all the images. So therefore, suppose that we have a single image of 1 megabyte, and then if our computer is able to show the video having 130 images a second, that means for 1 second you need 30 megabytes for your video. But how about 1 minute? Okay, so you can scale up this one, okay, 30 times 60 seconds, and then we have 1,800 megabyte, which is 1.76 gigabyte. Okay, so this is something that we always need to know about how come we have so big size for our video. And so maybe I can give you 1 minute, okay, to do this exercise, okay, and see if you can make use of this example, and then to find the answers for these questions, okay. 咁我同學1分鐘試一試啦，去睇一睇咧呢條圖，呢條題目咧識唔識做 ？OK。好，咁我哋睇一睇呢條題目。Okay, so let's take a look at this exam exercise, okay, and see if you can calculate correctly. Okay, and so this one is the reverse calculation of the previous example. Okay, and video size. Okay, so this one is exercise 1. Exercise 1, and the video size is 2.4 GB. Okay, and then we need to file the size of image. Okay, and we just simply 2.4, okay, times 1024, and then divided by 28 images, and then we divide this by 60 seconds. Okay, and we can find the answer there. So let me see if I can find the answer here for you. Okay, 2.4 times this one divided by 28 divided by 60, and then we have the okay, so this the answer for these questions. Okay, and it's straightforward and simple. Okay, so let's move on. Exercise 2. So I give you another okay, 1 more minute. Okay, to see if you can do this. Okay, not that difficult. Okay, let's take a look at the calculation over there and the rate. Okay, and which is this one. Okay, we need to change the unit. Okay, so that is megabyte, and then divided by. Okay, because we have 2 minutes of the video, so which is 120 second, and then we divide this by 1.2 and see if you know how to do this kind of conversion. Okay, 3.796875 times 1024 divided by 120 divided by 1.2, and the answer should be 27. Okay. So this the answer for question 2, and I think it's quite obvious and straightforward. 咁應該都唔係好難嘅嚇，咁同學就留意下啦。OK， 好，咁我哋繼續啦嚇。So maybe I give you 1 more minute, okay, to do that. Okay. Okay, let's take a look at the answer here. So size of video, Okay, so it's the same as the previous example that you just multiply everything. So remember this one, the dimension or the unit is kilobyte at the moment. So you need to calculate the number first and see if you need to rescale it to megabyte. Okay, this one SEHS3300. Okay, so this one is pretty big number, and you may consider turning it into okay, let me do one step. This one is megabyte, and then if you divide further, and then this one would be the giga. So therefore, the size there, maybe I should get back. Okay. So the original size there is 1 KB. Okay, and then you can turn it into this one 1.0 or 1.3 gigabyte, something like this. So this is the way that you can do the conversion if you like, and so that the number can be smaller. Okay. So let's stop for a while because we need to explain to you again the issues right here. So this part is about handling the big video size problem. If you look at our calculation, we always have very big video size over there. Even though we are having the high-speed internet network using fiber optics, but if the video is so big for 1 to 2 minutes, and then it would be disaster, or it would be impossible for us to download the entire video. As we all know that a typical movie may have the duration of 90 minutes, and if you look at our calculation exercise here 1 to 3, and even though the video duration is 1 minute or even 2 minutes, and the size is up to gigabyte. So therefore, in the notes here, it mentioned to use some technology that can do the compression, just like you learned this in your imaging chapter. So the way that we do the compression for the video or the software that can perform the compression for us, we call the codec. And the codec is very smart software because it can analyze your video images and try to squeeze, and then the image will become smaller, and the resulting video will be smaller as well. There are quite a lot of the compression technology for video. Different technology can compress the video to different degree. And if you look at the example there, the role of the codec technology or software is able to compress, okay, so that the size of the video will not that much. And then if you want to play back, and then the video or the audio will be decompressed, okay, through the codec, so that we can see the original video and audio through our computer. And here is the history for this kind of the codec technology. If you look at the history in 1990, up to the year 2000 here, and we have quite a lot of technology. For example, in 1984 to 1988, we have the H.120 technology, and we have H.261 technology for video compression. Okay, I mean the codec. But when it comes to the mid 1990s, there are quite a lot of technology appear. For example, H.263, we have H.262, we call it as MPEG-2, we have MPEG-1 or even MPEG-4. And nowadays, we always make use of the H.264 there, MPEG-4, and this one is the most common and popular video compression or codec format for our video. And if you look at the table there, which is a kind of comparison between different codec technology, and it really depends on the player, I mean the video player that you have, and the corresponding technology the player can support. And to be honest, most of the codec player is able to support this kind of the video format, no worry. And maybe let's take a look at a website that allow us to download the media player. Okay, so we have the filehippo.com. This website collects many of the shareware, freeware, or some other licensed software that you can download. Okay, and let me see if we can have some kind of video player that we can download. And I don't know whether you are using VLC media player. This is an obvious example of codec, and this media player is able to play different video format in the market. Another very popular media player that I'm using as well is this one, Windows Media Player. And to be honest, both players are quite similar in function, but the player is very powerful because the formats that I mentioned in the notes here can be supported. But here we have the video that you may be interested, which is the difference between MPEG-2 and H.264. Okay, let's take a look.
Interactive Brokers, the professional's gateway to the world's markets. Invest globally in stocks, options,
OK，咁同學你會睇到喺呢個圖裏邊咧，當佢做壓縮嘅時候咧，其實每一個 bar 呢啲咧突出嚟，即係代表咗 occupy 咗嗰個 memory。咁其實喺個 SEHS3300嗰度咧，佢點解個壓縮能力咁高強咧？就係話因為佢裏邊有一個 algorithm 去做啲壓縮嘅 calculation 咧，佢盡量咧大部分有啲嘅 information 咧，就盡量等佢唔好 occupy 到嗰個空間。MPEG-2咧，仲每一個 pixel 上面咧，佢都即係都會佔用嗰啲空間。咁但係SEHS3300嗰度咧，佢就有一啲地方咧就未必會用得着，明唔明個意思？咁所以透過呢個咁嘅運算嘅模式咧，咁就會令到咧嗰個佔用嘅空間咧就會細咗。咁你要記住，我哋講呢度呢啲咁嘅壓縮嘅技術，其實目的就係為咗慳位咯嚇。咁H264呢一個技術，而家我哋成日都會用啊，而家都會用。Okay, so the video just let you know about the how powerful is different compression technology, I mean codec. And nowadays, people always stick to MPEG-4 or H.264 because their technology is quite common and popular, and the compression ratio are more or less the same. So therefore, no matter you are using H.264 or MPEG-4, and the video size would be the minimum. Okay, and the compression ratio right here is 1 to 100. Okay, which means that 100 megabyte of video can be compressed theoretically to 1 megabyte. Okay, again, the MPEG is a very popular standard. Maybe you ask the question, what does MPEG stand for? Okay, MPEG stands for Moving Pictures Express Group. So there's the company name, okay, the organization that introduced the video compression standard. Okay, and we have the MPEG-1, okay, and which was launched in 1992, and can deliver 1.2 megabits per second of video, as well as 250 kilobits per second of audio using CD technology. But as we all know that CD-ROM or CD technology is obsoleting or even the fade out, and then the technology, I mean the codec MPEG technology must be improved, and therefore we have MPEG-2 in 1994, and the speed or the rate of the video is increased quite a lot. And how come the video is measured using bits per second? Because we suppose the video or the audio are delivered through video streaming, just like YouTube. So therefore, we always measure it by means of the speed of the video. And of course, we have the latest version we call the MPEG-4 there, which was introduced in 1998 to 1999, and this one is more advanced, okay, compared to MPEG-2 and MPEG-1. And at the moment, as far as I know, there is no significant or newest video technology to replace the MPEG-4 or H.264. Okay, again, if you really want to do the video processing and export your video, you have to make sure that we have so many choices. If you look at the video there, or you can look at these pictures there are quite a lot of video format that we can choose nowadays. But again, if you look at MP4 there, which is the most common type of video format being shared in the public, because MP4 is the most efficient, one of the most efficient compression method. So maybe we can take a look at this video to see how we can choose the corresponding format.
Hi there. We've got many users asking on our YouTube channel. There are so many different video formats. What video format should I export if I want the highest quality? Or what format is best for YouTube or my TV? Well, the world of video formats can be pretty confusing. What do they all have in common and how are they different? Which one to choose? In this video, we've put together some useful information that will help you better understand all these questions. Video format, technically referred to as container formats, is a type of file format for storing digital video data on a computer system. These include audio, video, and sometimes even subtitles. Different file formats do different things, and the right video format for a specific purpose isn't necessarily the right one for the others. Generally speaking, the most popular video container formats include AVI, FLV, WMV, MOV, MP4, MPEG, etc. Depending on different purposes, they can be categorized into 4. The first type is sharing the format that are best for online video platforms. If you are making and uploading videos to online video sharing platforms such as YouTube, Vimeo, or Dailymotion, etc., MP4, FLV, and WMV can be a good choice. On the one hand, all these file formats are supported by mainstream video platforms, so there's no need to worry about the compatibility issues. On the other hand, they have relatively smaller file sizes while still maintaining high quality. So it's very easy to stream and can also provide good watching experience. Second type is HD format that are best to be watched on TV or computers. For those of you who want to watch the video at home on the HD TV or computers, you probably want to export your movie masterpieces in a format with the best video quality. MOV, AVI, and MKV are great for that purpose. They are the best quality video format for HD TVs. Cons are that they usually have much larger file sizes. If you want to burn the video onto a DVD, choose to export as MPEG-2 or VOB. In general, these two video files have the best video quality. However, please note that 60 minutes of video can take up several gigabytes of hard disk space, so be sure to have enough storage space, and you can easily and quickly burn your video to a DVD with Wondershare Filmora. If you are building a website and have some content in video format, WEBM or HTML5 should be the best practices. They have relatively wider browser support and smaller file sizes, which can easily be embedded to your website. Those are the 4 major types of video formats, depending on different uses. I hope you enjoyed this video. Share your experience with video formats below, and subscribe to our channel to get more interesting video editing tutorials.
OK， 咁同學可以睇下究竟即係呢度有唔同嘅 video format 有唔同嘅目的啦。咁就你哋嗰個group project 嚟講咧，個 video 咧就預咗係喺嗰個YouTube 個 platform 上面啦。不過因為而家個 Google 嗰個限制好大，咁所以可能你哋做完條片 share 喺 YouTube 嗰度咧，會有機會咧就俾 Google block 咗。咁記住咧，你哋就做2手準備啦，照試下上去 Google 嗰度啦。咁同埋你哋最重要個音樂嗰條片就盡量用翻即係免費嘅一啲嘅music 啦。咁喺 YouTube 上邊嗰度嚟講咧，其實佢有好多嗰啲嘅免費係啦，呢度你咁樣揾咧，你可以揾到好多免費嘅依啲嘅 music 可以作為你哋嗰個 group project 嗰個 MV 用嘅，係咁你可以自己用呢個。咁另外就係話，當你揾到之後，你亦都可以你可以咧再去呢啲嘅網站咧咁你可以去呢啲網站咧，佢有好多網站咧都可以咧就打個YouTube 嘅網址咧，佢就會將 YouTube 嘅片咧或者啲音效咧就全部下載。咁所以咧呢啲咧你都可以咧就先揾咗啲音樂啱使嘅。咁然之後咧，就用呢啲嘅網站咧幫你下載咧對應咧嗰啲嘅片啊、 個背景音樂啊，或者其他嘅效果都可以透過呢個形式咧再攞到。OK，喺呢度咧，我想補充少少嘢嘅。咁因為咧上堂咧有同學咧就同我講咧就話做嗰個練習啊，係啦，我唔知同學仔咧有冇做過呢一個嘅練習。咁就係關於我個animation 嘅 animation。咁就其實咧我個 animation 我個 step 喺度啦。咁其實我都準備咗啲 materials，不過我唔記得擺上上面俾同學仔 download，我自己擺咗。咁所以同學問我咧就話嗰個啲 poster 啦，例如啲日本動漫嗰啲 poster 啊，同埋啲music 有冇啊？咁樣其實咧有齊嘅，係啦。咁就等我睇一睇先。咁其實就我再抄翻出嚟先。咁我就揾唔翻我自己做嗰個 animation，好似俾人哋咧就落咗架啊！咁所以嚟講咧就搞到冇咗啦，係啦。咁就所以就咁樣。OK，咁就係啦。咁其實咧就咁咧，其實我啲 file 咧就你可以喺依度已經下載到嘅，呢一個 resources 呢個位 resources 呢一個位你可以下載到嘅。咁就係啦。咁就裏邊有晒啲 poster 嘅，係啦，你會見到有啲 poster，我就準備好晒俾同學仔嘅，係啦。咁就 Spy Family 嗰啲都有喺度啦，係。咁另外進擊的巨人啦都有嘅，呢啲都可以擺晒喺個 animation 嗰度。咁就我的英雄學院都有嘅，鬼滅嗰啲全部都有晒喺度。咁就啲音效都有嘅，係啦。音效呢啲就歌嚟嘅，係。係啦，咁呢度都有，呢啲巨人嘅歌都有嘅應該。咁就好遺憾地就我做嗰條片咧就俾個網站咧就 delete 咗啦，咁所以咧就冇辦法俾同學仔睇到佢成個 animation 嗰個效果。即係其實呢一個嘅 animation 咧到最後其實好靚，我做呢一個我都花咗個時間做，咁但係就好遺憾地佢就係啦移除咗啦。咁我都揾唔翻，係咯。咁如果同學仔想試下呢個網站嘅效果，咁呢個網站其實好 powerful。咁其實我見到啲同學仔已經交咗俾我嚇，咁我都好 appreciate 佢哋即係做咯，係啦。咁就 OK。Okay, so let's take a look at the last part of the the notes for today. Okay, codec. Okay, so if you look around the compression technology, there are quite a lot of company that they want to become dominant in the market. For example, the HTML5, we have the Flash video container, and then we have the Google, okay, and we have the MPEG, okay. They all want to introduce certain technology that is widely accepted by the the public, so that their company become the standard, and then anyone if they want to use their standard, they may need to pay for the standard。咁你要留意咧，其實好多嗰啲公司咧，佢哋都想推出一啲嘅技術，咁呢啲技術咧，希望咧就喺一個市場上面咧就變成一個標準，因為變咗標準嘅有咩特別咧？如果有人要用你呢個咁嘅 standard 嘅話咧，你可能咧會收佢一個版權嘅費用咁所以咧點解我哋成日都會見到有咁多嘅一啲嘅咁嘅唔同嘅選擇咧？咁其實源於就係好多唔同嘅公司咧，佢哋咧都希望咧就除咗最基本嘅原意就係幫到我哋係去將個 video 壓縮啦。咁其次就希望可以領先喺個市場嗰度變成一個標準。正如我哋而家用緊嘅5G 啊，甚至乎將來嚟緊好快會見到嘅6G 嘅技術，嗰啲都係。Okay, so let's get back to our calculation. Okay, if you remember, we did the calculation previously. All the 3 questions there does not involve any compression, but when it comes to the video compression technology, and you also need to think about how the video original size can be compressed with the codec. And suppose we have the codec technology, maybe MPEG-4 or H.264, and it can help us do the compression, and then we need to divide the original video size with this compression factors. And then this 1.76 gigabyte video will be compressed into the size of 36 megabyte. 咁你要留意咧，其實我哋同頭先嘅數學嚟講咧，個分別在於就多咗一個壓縮比例。咁呢個壓縮比例咧就係透過可能 MPEG-4 啦，或者可能 H.264 嘅技術咧就可以壓縮嘅。咁呢個指數只不過係將我哋原先我個未壓縮嘅片咧，經過壓縮嘅程序咧，咁就可以壓縮。咁你會見到，如果縮細50倍嘅話，其實都係36係咯。Okay, so here comes another questions. I just want you to try. Okay, maybe I give you 1 minute. Okay, and see if you can handle this. Okay, and then I will do the calculation. Okay, with you. 好，1分鐘，同學仔試一試做，睇下做唔做到。 好，我哋睇一睇呢個題目個答案點樣做啊？咁同學仔望一望下。OK， 咁你會見到咧，我哋首先去計一計我個video size，video size，咁佢個計法嚟講咧就係500K 啦，乘翻24張啦，1秒鐘，咁乘翻呢度，因為分半鐘就90。就將我單位咧就由 K 轉咗做 Mat 啦，再除呢個咧轉翻做 Gig 嘅，咁然之後呢一度除咗出嚟咧，我哋計一計個計數機先。咁呢個就500啦，乘翻24，乘翻90啦，除翻1024啦，除翻1024啦。咁你會見到其實佢就係1.03個 GB 嘅，得唔得？係啦，咁呢個就係。咁另外我哋就個 size of 個 MPEG-4，咁呢度咧我哋就只不過係將呢個1.03呢個咧就除翻50嘅，係啦。咁呢個除翻50 ，OK。咁就呢個而家你變咗0.幾 GB 嘅，咁我哋乘翻1024啦，係啦。咁呢度大約就係21個 MB 咯，得唔得？係啦，咁我哋就咁樣去計，係啦，有冇問題？呢個係第4條咯，咁我哋睇睇第5條。好，咁第5條又俾同學仔試下計1分鐘先，睇下識唔識嘅，係啦。 好，我哋睇一睇個答案啦嚇。咁就第5條嗰個答案咧，我哋首先咧就計一計嗰個 video size 先。video size 咁呢個計法咧就係1.2 meg 嘅相啦。咁然之後乘翻2分鐘120張相，同埋每1分鐘就23張圖。咁呢個我哋計一計個答案先。咁呢個1.2啦，乘120乘23就係3312。咁呢個就係3312個megabyte 咁樣。好啦，咁就計咗第一條題目啦。咁然之後咧，佢就話可以壓到去82 meg 喎。OK， 咁嗰個 ratio 嘅話咧，其實咧就係可以去將呢一個3312咧，就去除翻呢個82.8。咁我哋試下睇下究竟個 ratio 而家係幾多？咁你會見到咧個 ratio 咧，其實就係40:1。有啲同學會問，咁即係好定唔好咧？咁我哋不如翻上面呢度睇啦。其實你會見到咧喺筆記呢度咧，你會見到嗱，我哋睇下呢個表啊。其實如果你見到 MPEG-4 咧，佢都喺50嗰度，見唔見啊？即係呢個表裏邊係50倍壓縮嗰個能力，50甚至到100。所以你得個40咧，其實坦白講咧，呢個咧其實係 poor，明唔明？即係唔係咁理想咯，個壓縮能力，好嘛？咁我哋呢條咧就係咁樣嘅。好，咁我哋再睇一睇下一條，又俾同學仔再去計一計先，係1分鐘，好嘛？ 好，咁我哋睇一睇嗰個答案啦嚇，咁同學仔咧望一望呢條題目個答案嚇，咁都係最後一條呢度個 calculation，OK？咁就我哋首先就睇下我個 uncompress 嗰個 size 係點啊嚇 ，OK？咁我哋會見到咧，呢度咧就31.6402625嘅。咁然之後咧，佢呢度咧就 OK，咁我哋將佢倍大翻100倍咧，咁我哋就會知道呢個答案咧就係3164.0625啦。OK，個megabyte 就係呢個啦，得唔得？係啦。咁就然之後咧，我哋知道晒 original 嘅話咧，咁就可以去除數啦。個 image size 嘅話咧。image size 嘅話咧就3164.0625啦，除翻3分鐘即係180秒啦，除翻20張相啦。咁呢度我哋試下計數先，咁就3164.0625除100除20，咁你會見到咧，呢度就係呢個係等於0.87890625個 MB 嘅，係啦。咁呢度我哋可以試下將佢倍大乘翻0.24睇下會點先。哦，咁呢度咧就係900個 KB 啦，得唔得？咁呢張相咧個 size 咧就係呢一個，明唔明白？係。OK，咁所以咧我哋咧就可以透過呢一個嘅方法咧，咁然之後咧咁就可以咧就計到啦，明唔明白？係。咁你可以睇一睇翻呢一個計法先，睇下明唔明，得唔得？係。OK， 好，咁就依度咧，我哋依一課書咧個關於 video 咧，我哋就講完啦。咁然之後咧，我哋睇一睇翻咧今日個 tutorial 先。OK，咁同學仔咧可以去翻咧我哋依一個 tutorial。咁今日咧就俾同學仔一個機會咧，就去睇翻我個嘅關於我個一啲基本嘅 video 嘅一啲 operation 啦。OK，咁你可以睇翻呢一個嘅assignment。OK，咁我諗我改翻個 due date 俾翻同學仔，起碼有翻1個禮拜時間玩先啦，好嘛？嗱，咁你呢度咧可以咧幫我咧就下載咗呢一個係啦，你幫我下載咗呢一個檔案先，呢個 download。嗱，咁呢度 download 有隻冇咧，係咁呢度 download 咗啦，係。咁呢度 download 咗之後咧，就開出嚟望下先。咁裏邊咧就有嗰個係啦。喂，咁呢度咧就有啲練習俾大家去睇一睇。咁我哋開一開邊個 video。OK，咁呢個咧就係關於個 video production 嘅。OK，咁我哋咧就會去一個網站咧，就係 QuickCham 嘅網站咯。唔知學者有冇用過？咁不過就佢都非常之 powerful， 係非常之 powerful。OK， 咁大家可以去呢個網站啦。咁我呢度入咗去先。好，咁入咗去之後咧，我哋就可以睇下裏邊個用法啦。咁個用法都 OK 嘅。咁入咗嚟嘅話咧，咁我哋咧就可以 create 一個 new video 啦，見唔見啊 ？create 一個 new video。咁就你可以將我頭先俾你嘅嗰啲片啊，嗱呢度 exercise one。exercise two 我就留低俾你做 exercise one 呢個你可以試下咧，就喺呢度。咁睇下拉唔拉到先，將呢條片咧就拉入去。係，咁同我試一試先。啊，咦，仲有隻鷹嘅，睇下先有冇隻鷹。隻鷹，我查查先。隻鷹去邊？哦，原來係首歌嚟。OK。哦，佢哋有首歌，咁就等我加翻首歌俾同學仔先。嗱，我呢度加翻首歌俾你哋啊。呢一首歌，咁呢首歌咧就係第10課書呢首歌嚟。係，咁同學仔可以 download 埋呢首歌落嚟啦。咁然之後咧就將呢一首歌咧，咁你將呢首歌都可以拉過嚟加埋入去你嗰個 media 嗰度嘅，係啦。咁我呢度咧就加晒入去先。好，咁呢個 exercise one 咧，我會同你一齊試一試做嘅。咁 exercise two 嗰個 panda 咧就你自己玩啦，好嘛？係啦，咁你可以試一試睇下呢度個做法。咁就動物片啦，有啲音樂，有人唱歌啦，咁樣。OK， 好，咁我哋呢度咧就好簡單啦，我哋跟翻去咧就將呢條片咧就拉落嚟先，係啦，30秒啫。咁然之後咧，你會見到呢度咧就係啦，咁佢呢度其實你 move 呢個 slide 可以睇到條片嘅。咁我哋播條片望下咯。OK， 咁條片大致上就係咁啦。咁我哋睇下筆記呢度咧，教我哋點樣去做啊。咁我哋就 move 嗰個 slide 咧，就去到4分13秒。OK， 4點13，OK， 好啦，大約呢度啦，4點13。咁就呢個位啦。咁然之後咧，佢就教我哋咧，將呢條片咧就剪開去。咁呢個 split 掣咧個好處咧就係剪開條片嘅，見唔見到？係啦，咁大致上剪咗啦，咁就變咗1分為2嘅條片，得唔得？好，咁然之後咧，我哋又喺第2個位再剪啦。今次就7秒15嘅，佢就話7秒15。咁我哋試下咧，就去7秒15啦，7、10。 Enter 啦，咁呢個位又撳鉸剪剪咗佢，因為其實咧呢個練習想做乜嘢咧？呢個練習咧就想同學仔咧舉個例子，呢度有好多動物啦，我哋試下咧練習咧就想同學仔咧將唔同嘅區域嘅動物嘅片段咧就分翻開去先。咁分翻開去之後咧，我哋重組啊，我哋做個 remaster， 我哋重組呢條片咧就調轉我個動物次序嘅。係啦，其實想玩呢一樣嘢，咁呢個係第二批嘅動物。咁然之後，我哋呢度就佢就叫你再細分啊，咁呢度就再分。有先，呢度就繼續過去啦。呢度就佢冇講確實個時間，咁就同學仔拉一拉個時拉打啦。喺呢度嚇。咁依度我哋都可以 zoom 一 zoom 嘅，放翻大去咧就容易啲 cut 嘅，係啦。咁同學仔可以睇下依度依秒鐘，好啦，大致上依度啦。咁我就喺11:77嗰度剪咗一嘢，咁跟住再繼續剪啦，剪雀仔之後海鷗啦，呢個海鷗啦。海鷗之後就海鷗，好，海鷗之後嚟到呢度另一隻動物，呢個另一隻動物。好，咁嚟到呢個就好啦，嚟到呢個大呢個啦，都冇辦法。好啦，呢個啦，17:32，呢度再剪咗佢，17:32再剪。好，跟住下一隻動物，睇先啊，呢隻動物之後咧，呢度就樹熊啦，睇先啊。好啦，呢度嚇20:86啊，咁我就剪一剪先。咁如此類推剪晒去啦，爭少少剪完啦呢度。睇先啊。好，嚟到呢度就轉啦。呢度就 C size 嚟嘅，得唔得？好，呢條 C size 我再剪埋啦。咁我都剪好晒啦。咁其實呢度就想同學仔咁樣剪咗佢嘅。好啦，咁第二件事咧，我哋嘗試咧就將呢條片咧，我哋就瞄一瞄呢條片嘅，見唔見到？係啦。咁就佢呢度可以交叉瞄咗佢啦。咁我哋瞄晒，因為點解咧？咁呢個練習咧就想同學仔重新配過一段新音樂落去嘅。係啦。好啦，咁我呢度就瞄晒所有片，我呢度全部撳交叉瞄咗。咁同埋咧，佢呢度咧就想同學仔咧就排翻個次序嘅，先係 koala 先嘅，得唔得？係啦。咁你可以幫我咯，睇下先啊，做唔做到先？依個就係個 koala 拉過嚟，可以冇個 koala 啦。咁然之後拉翻過嚟前頭，係啦，可以試入去嘅。第二個咧要放入去就係啲雀，睇先，啲雀喺邊度？依個係海鷗、馬，依雀，呢條雀嚟嘅。咁你幫我咧將啲雀咧就排喺第一位。跟住就馬啦，馬照舊啦，呢個係馬照舊。跟住海鷗係咁，大家就拉個 slider 過嚟揾咗海鷗先啦。跟住將個海鷗拉過嚟。OK，咁跟住就到呢個 OK，popular OK，咁就將呢個拉過嚟呢度。咁然之後就海獅啦，海獅就 C size。OK，咁呢個次序我就做完啦。咁你可以 rearrange 啦。好，咁接住落嚟呢度，我哋交叉晒啲聲音之後咧， 就再將我個 OK。咁如果你想要翻個 original soundtrack 嘅話，都冇所謂，因為其實你呢度 cut 咗咧，啲音效咧就好怪嘅，所以咧我哋咧就嘗試咧將呢條片啊原裝呢條片咧就拉落去個 audio，即係等佢有翻原先嗰段音樂。不過我哋咧就 remaster 咗，我哋 remaster 咗咧就係啦 remaster 咗，淨係要聲音喺下低，上面呢條片咧重新執個位咧就唔好要佢嘅聲音。咁你可以自己試一試 play 一次嘅。係啦，咁你要睇一睇筆記呢度啦。咁佢呢度咧就有一個叫做 audio 嘅 detach，OK 嚇。咁我哋可以試一試咧，跟佢一齊做啦。咁 detach 咗，OK。咁 detach 咗之後咧，咁佢就拆咗個音樂出嚟，見唔見到？係啦。咁其實 detach 咗扯咗個音樂出嚟嘅話咧，下底係啦。咁呢個就個音樂咧，亦都可以扯出嚟用啦。我哋就 save 咗佢啦。OK。咁另外，其實你呢條片咧，你會見到 detach 咗個 music 咧，其實依個咧都可以 delete 咗嘅。係啦，咁我哋就有我哋斬咗嘅依個片啦，再加我哋 detach 咗嘅音樂，我哋試下再揾多次先，咁會比較 smooth 啲嘅。好嗱，咁啊，同學仔咧可以繼續睇筆記呢度啦。咁佢再教你一個技巧啊。咁個技巧咧就係去加一個字咧，去描述咧每一種嘅動物啊，明唔明白啊？咁例如話第一隻 koala 啦，咁我哋咧其實可以翻返去 koala 呢個位度先，點見翻隻樹，俾你知道係咩動物。咁然之後咧，我哋可以試下咧就，其實呢度都好隨意嘅，即係我都冇話特別要求你哋揀邊個款嘅。咁你睇下邊一個中意咯嚇，咁例如話我揀呢個嘅 OK，咁你可以將佢咧就拉落嚟呢一度啦，咁呢個可以就翻啱嗰個位嘅，咁同埋咧就喺裏邊打翻個字咯，係啦，咁呢個你可以say 嚟擺呢度啦，係啦，咁呢度你可以打翻嘅，呢隻就係 koala，K-O-A-L-A， 得唔得？係啦，咁樣咧就係咯，擺呢度。好嘛？咁你可以試下幾秒鐘噶啦，個蛙嗱呢個試一試先，喺咪度？係啦，咁跟住佢會消失嘅。咁然之後我哋睇翻第二隻咧，係第二隻呢度。如果你跟翻次序，你唔識打嗰個英文嘅，可以用翻呢個 birds 咯，得唔得？咁我呢度就揀個啦，求其揀個呢個啦。OK，咁我放呢個過嚟啦。咁然之後呢個位咧。咁我就打翻隻字就係 bird 嘅，係啦 birds。咁你拎翻過嚟呢度咧，移翻嚟中間呢度，你可以將 birds 呢個咧，例如話你可以擺中間啦，其實都好隨意嘅。咁另外就跟住 horse 啊 horse，咁我呢度呢個啦，我揀呢個 horse 啦，冇乜所謂。咁你自己就翻咯。咁將個 slider 過翻嚟呢度咧，就打翻個 horse 啦。3咁啊，係，嗯，呢個唔得，呢個都得，呢個得，呢個咧 有啲用唔對，我揀第二個先。咁我試下揀呢個啦，睇下呢個。呢個得喎。佢好似有啲版本咧，嗱呢個 horse OK， 咁我將佢擺喺度啦，又 OK。擺喺度呢度幾靚應該。咁你都可以改顏色嘅，例如話你可以改黃色啊，都冇所謂。咁然之後下一隻係海鷗啊，係啦，咁我呢度又用翻呢個啦，算啦，唔好煩。咁我呢個拉翻落嚟先，海鷗呢個。咁我呢度打翻詩高啦 ，OK， 你可以抄呢個字出嚟嘅，抄翻呢個字出嚟。咁呢度啦，我擺咗喺度先。咁然之後就再過嚟呢個係咩？呢個動物咧？呢隻係啦 ，OK， 係 cockapoo，OK。咁就呢個我用呢個 bird 啦 ，OK， 咁呢個 bird 擺喺度。咁你只就翻個位，你 copy 呢個字過嚟。咁跟住呢個，咁跟住就到呢個係 zero， 係啦。咁我又用馬呢個啦，係啦。我將呢個擺喺度。呢個擺喺邊好呢個字？咁你自己隨意擺個位啦，係咯。例如我擺呢邊，我哋呢邊未擺過嘅。咁跟住到馬呢個我又再改翻就係 zero 啦。OK， 咁都幾靚，擺一係擺喺度，好嘛？冇乜所謂啦。好，咁到最後咧，呢度咧就係啦。咁呢度又擺過啦，跟住冇乜所謂，其實呢個都。咁呢度就 C size 咯，好嘛 ？C size。好啦，就咁啦。嗱，咁我呢度咧做完啦。咁我唔知你做晒未啦。咁其實都唔係太難嘅。好。OK， 咁同學咧，你都可以咧例如話你要 export 啦，咁你 export 嘅話咧，咁佢可以俾你 save 咗佢嘅，係啦，咁你都可以將條片咧就交上去個 breadboard 度啦，係啦，係咯，咁佢呢度都冇咩嘅。係咯，咁佢呢度就已經做緊嘢嘅，好嘛？嗱，咁剩低時間咧，俾同學仔咧就自己咧做埋去啦，或者你可以，如果你今日唔做住嘅，你可以咧之後再繼續做一做。呢度已經做咗啦，30幾 MB 呢個檔案 ，OK？ 咁就save 咗呢個檔案喺度，咁 save 咗落嚟。咁呢度我開翻出嚟睇先。咁呢個好，咁有條片喺度，靚。嗱，咁所以咧，同學仔咧，你哋做個 group project 嘅 MV 咧，嗱，咁呢條片咧就俾咗大家個參考咧。原來咧，我哋做條 MV 咧都係喺呢個 CryptStream 嗰度咧就易過借火啊！即係坦白講，真係好鬼容易嚇。咁你最重要有 content，咁你要揾啲 relevant 嘅 content，加啲 relevant 嘅字作為個答案，加條啱嘅 music video作為 background 啦，咁然之後咧就已經可以即係做到嗰個 MV 嘅基本效果。咁當然啦，你可以再加好多嘢嚟字幕啊，或者可能加啲機械發聲啦。咁我哋遲啲都會有啲 tutorial 俾大家再做個機械發聲嘅，好冇？咁就再提一提同學啦。咁幾樣嘢啦，咁我喺度補充翻少少先，係啦。咁就嚟緊咧。嚟緊我哋下一堂咧又見面啦，咁就下一堂咧我哋會係去翻4月11號啦，咁會見面啦，咁就再上堂啦，咁跟住亦都有堂網課啦 ，OK，咁就最後嗰度咧就睇下個情況啦。24號咧可能咧就都差唔多教晒啦，因為24號其實係諗住同學仔 presentation， 咁因為你哋拍咗片咧交俾我嘅話咧，我諗最後一堂咧就未必一定我哋需要就即係逐個咁樣去show 一次嘅 ，OK，咁我再睇下個情況先，不過其實應該都可以嘅，係啦都可以，咁可能就未必一定要 face to face，我覺得你哋到時最後一堂 present。呢個 present 只係播片嘅，係啦，你要記住最後呢度咧就其實都唔使話全部同學仔露面，最重要揾個同學仔出嚟，可能播翻你條 MV 啦。咁所以呢個 face to face 我諗可能就未必一定要需要嘅，係啦。咁最重要好似今日咁，你哋有條片 ready 咁 share，咁跟住播一播咁就，因為我哋其實唔係好多人嘅，咁我哋應該都唔會有太多組，咁所以應該就都可以安排到呢度就播片嘅。係啦，咁我哋再睇一睇先，咁就下一個禮拜我哋再傾呢一個嘅繼續上堂啦，好唔好？好唔好？咁就剩低時間咧就係啦，剩低你哋可以自己試下做下個跳拖嘅，係啦。咁如果你今晚唔做住嘅話咧，咁慢慢再做。咁有咩問題你可以再 WhatsApp 我啊，或者電郵俾我咯，好冇？好，有冇問題？好，冇問題嘅話咧，咁我哋今日講住咁多先啦 ，OK， 好冇 ？OK。我哋下星期就見面啦 ，OK， 咁就下個禮拜我哋就喺學校再見，好嘛？好，拜拜，拜拜，有問題WhatsApp我啦 ，OK。